Welcome to the Godcast. These videos will not be free after this live. So please, grab your popcorn, grab your pen, and let's get to this money. Welcome, man. This is Alterri, Henry, man. And you know what it is, man. We're going to talk about business. Today is all business, man. We're going to talk about business and how to get you prepared for business. I mean, so many people want to do business, but a lot of people don't know how to prepare themselves, okay? Real simple. The first thing, because I'm going step by step. We don't have time to play today. Step by step, get it out into the opening on how you should organize your business. Okay, now whether you want to do a LLC, a sole proprietorship, let me start with sole proprietorship. For those who don't understand what a sole proprietorship is, a sole proprietorship or an occupational license is the same thing, but different states categorize it differently. Like in Louisiana, it's considered an occupational license. Over here in Texas, it's considered a DBA, doing business as. So it just depends on what you decide you want to do. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do an occupational license or a sole proprietor license, then with that being said, all that really does is it'll allow you to do business within your city, basically, your county, your city. But if I, just say me, come along and I want to take over your state or I want to take over the country and I see that name, then I can purchase that name through an LLC or whatever. Remember, sole proprietorship is only like $30 to $50. Well, I can build an LLC for $300, or I can go even further than that and spend $10,000 and conquer the whole name and everything. And the next thing I own that name, and then I get my attorney to send you a letter of cease and desist. So yes, you can operate with a sole proprietor, but yes, I can come along and take that name from you later on. So with that being said, I mean, you can operate like that, okay? You can operate like that. You can operate under LLC, okay? LLC, you say you got an LLC or you have a LLP, limited liability partnership, which is a lot of lawyers do that. But you can be an LLC, limited liability corporation, okay? You can operate under that and run your business through an LLC. And then once you do your LLC, you know what I'm saying, you can start operating in that way. Now, let me start back from the beginning because I broke down occupational license, LLC, and INC. INC is mostly for corporations. It's for tax purposes. If you know you're going to be running a lot of money through there, you want more tax breaks and stuff like that. If you don't have a trust fund, then yes, you can get your incorporated to either S Corp or a C Corp. But with that being said, whenever you're setting up from the beginning, whenever you're setting up for the business, whether it's LLC, whether it's a corporation, whether it's a sole proprietorship, everything needs to be set up matching. That's the first thing. It needs to match, meaning that everything, if you have the same address on everything, when you go to get your EIN number, the same address, the same name, same correct spelling. If it's capitalized spelling, and you need it all capitalized, however it is set up, everything needs to be set up the same. The phone number needs to be the same. The website needs to be the same. The email needs to be the same. And no Gmail, no Yahoo, no AOL, none of that stuff. No Ymail. It needs to be an email that is set up through the website, okay? That's how you're preparing yourself to get money. You get funding through your business.
The game is to be sold, not told.
So with that being said, we need you to begin to operate. You know what I'm saying? Begin to operate in a certain way to where everything matches. Everything is lined up the same. Like I said, you get your EIN number, you get your business. Now you need you a landline. You need you a landline. You cannot operate your business from a cell phone. Let's get that understood now. All that operating a business and this and that, you cannot operate your business from a cell phone. Okay, you're gonna need to operate your business from a landline. You need to get you a landline number, and not no temporary number. Get you an actual landline. If you got Bell South or Southwestern Bell or whoever you're gonna use, Xfinity, get you a landline installed at your property. Okay, and once you get your landline installed at your property, you make your arrangements. You make sure that that landline has the same address that everything else has. That landline has the same EIN number that everything else has. The whole 9 yards match. I can't insinuate that enough, that everything has to match. Okay, and now that you have that done, that landline needs to be registered with 411, which is information. Okay, you need to register that landline with 411. Okay, so now that we got everything, okay, we got your landline, we got everything matching, we got the whole 9 yards. Okay, that's just the beginning. We only touched the iceberg of the business right now. Okay, but everything matches. That's the main thing. Okay, now we got to get your EIN number, and we have to get your EIN number in the way that it applies for that sort of business. Remember, we sell this on our Patreon, so you can go on my Patreon and you can purchase this, because it is certain ways, just like with the trust fund. You don't just go there and press trust. Just because it shows trust there, you don't just go there and press trust. I have to walk you through that and show you the proper way, or we sell you the documentation the proper way. So even with business, you have to know the proper way to get the proper EIN number, because if you get the wrong EIN number, then you can be in trouble. Okay, so you go to my Patreon and you have a video on there that will teach you that. Okay, now besides that, say for instance you got your business, you got your website done, which we do websites also, by the way. If you need a website done, you can reach out to us. We have someone do websites. We also do SEO and marketing. Okay, that's very expensive, but all of this stuff matters. Okay, there's another website. I'm not going to go into detail, but we can show you how to get business credit, because you have to set your bid. What use is it to set up your business but don't set up business credit? Don't make sense. That way, in 3 months, everybody's saying, I want an age corporation. Well, that's great. But how about if I show you how to do it in 3 to 4 months? You can go get you $50,000 to $100,000 in company credit cards, as long as your PG is okay. Long as your personal credit or personal grantor, which is yourself, a PG, is okay, your personal credit, and you have a corporation, now we can show you how to get the money. Okay, so now you make everything match. There's another few sites, of course. It's on the paid one. I'm just giving you this free one right now, but it's on the paid one that is going to show you how to get to this bag. Okay, let's go to commercial, man, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to 300 Plates in Katy, Texas, the ultimate destination for burger aficionados. We're not just about burgers, we're about crafting experiences. Our burgers, masterpieces. Each bite's a symphony of taste, crafted by culinary wizards using top-tier ingredients: Angus beef, buttered and toasted buns. Traditional or daring, our menu's your adventure. Sink your teeth into the nostalgia of our sexy burgers. Join us, where passion meets flavor, and every bite tells a story.
This is Alterri Henry's tip of the day. The key to a successful life is balance. You gotta learn how to balance your life, your checkbook, your finances, your spouse, your children, and most importantly, God. Welcome, man. This is Alterri Henry, man. And I want to give a big shout out to Jay Escobar, man. He just won on our Patreon Live, the biggest one we ever had, man. We had a Patreon Live, man, and like I tell everybody, okay, we are sponsored by Rode, so all of our products is Rode. Okay, so with that being said, we can't use other products. So we bought this brand new, we never used it, and Jay Escobar, you just won it, man. It's a $200 and some item that you can use now. Now you can start your own live, your own Instagram, your own Patreon, your own streaming, whatever you want to do. You got microphones now, brother, and that you can tie into in the whole 9 yards. So just wanted to let you know, we'll be mailing that off to him tomorrow. He won that today on the biggest live we had on Patreon, okay? We went live on Patreon, like I said. We're sponsored by Rode. So all the equipment now, you will see the videos, it's going to be Rode. So we will see your face in the place. And we're back. And so, like I was saying, we're going to go into detail. Okay, I want to make sure you understand what's going on. You need to make sure that when you're setting up your company, whether it's an LLC, whether it's a EI, whether you're doing the EIN number, whether you're doing a LLP, which is limited liability partnership, whether you're doing an INC, or you're doing a C corp, or an S corp, which is for tax purposes only, then you need to understand that everything needs to match. I can't stress that enough. Everything needs to match, meaning that the same EIN number, the same address, the same phone number, which should be a landline. And stop getting these virtual addresses. It does not work that way. Whenever it's time for you to get a loan, sometimes they want you to go to that virtual address and take a video of you walking in your office and taking a picture of your sign or the street address. And if you didn't bought a virtual address, you ain't gonna be able to do that, and they're gonna automatically disqualify you for the loan. So, and stop letting people lie to you and tell you to get it in Delaware or Nevada and this and that. That's old school. That's so antique. Stop letting people lie to you. Okay, everything done changed now. You're not in Nevada, you're not in Delaware, you're not in none of those places. Go ahead and get your loan. They have businesses all around your town. All you gotta do is look. All around your town, there's businesses there. You don't have enough money to set up a business in Nevada, okay? Because if they ask you to go to Nevada, or if I'm in Nevada, or I sue you in Nevada, better yet, because that's where your corporation is stationed at, and I sue you there, you're gonna have to come back to Nevada to hold court, okay? So stop letting people talk you into foolishness that's gonna get you in a world of trouble. Because you'll be going to jail in Nevada and you staying in Texas. You'll have a whole warrant out for your arrest in Nevada, because you need to understand that first and foremost, and I can talk forever, but I'm trying to give you the best bit of knowledge. You need to, before you just set up a company in different states, you need to know the laws of that state. For instance, share this with you real quick. In Texas, if I'm doing a construction job at your house, things don't work out, I walk off the job, that's civil, because I was doing the job in Texas. I'm doing the job. We had a disagreement. You didn't like it. I didn't like it. Whatever happened, you kicked me off your property. I walked off the property. It's civil. I got to take you to court. You got to take me to court. We got to sue each other. Bottom line, Louisiana, whole different ball game. If you're doing a job, if I'm doing a job at your house and I walk off that job and I didn't complete that job, then it's considered theft of service, okay? They will put a warrant out for me, and they have a whole association set up in the district attorney's office. I lived there for 15 years, so I know, 16 years to be exact. So they have a whole organization in the district attorney's office set up called the Contractors Fraud Task Force. Okay, so every state has different things. Y'all setting yourself up for failure, not knowing what each state requires. Some states are more for the contractor, more for the baker, more for the food truck owner, more for the whatever. Some states is all for the patron. Like, you would get yourself in a world of trouble getting something done in a state, setting your company up, not realizing that everything is against your company. Okay, you may set yourself up in a company in a state that's LGBTQT and you're against LGBTQT. You may set yourself up in a state that's not pro-black or maybe pro-white or whatever it may be, or pro-Hispanic. There is a lot of places like that. So you need to know where you're setting your company up before you just set it up. Okay, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna close on this. Go to my Patreon. We have a video that gives you all the inside juicy gossip, juicy details on how to build your business expeditiously. Okay, where to set it up from. One thing I love about business is every business model is the same. It changes up at about maybe 15, 20%. But to set up a business, the model does never change. It's what you're doing that changes. If I'm a plumber, if I'm an electrician, if I'm a food truck owner, if I have a restaurant, what I do changes. Business don't change. The business will remain the same. It's what I do and how I conduct business that will change. So that's where we at right now. We're teaching you how to set the business up, because I don't care if you got a cracker stand, a firecracker stand, or you sold laptops. It's all the same. You're still going to need some money, some type of way to scale your business, and that's where I come in at, to teach you how to be set up correctly and profitable to where you can sell your business and get the funding that you want for it. Y'all tune in. I'll talk to you soon.